Guys, this is so heart-wrenching. This incident took place in Anambra State, Nigeria. It is said that one afternoon, about a few days ago, a pregnant woman was sitting in her house relaxing after a busy day of work when she heard a sudden knock on her door. When she opened up, it was a young man by name Chimili. Chimili requested Nurse Ngozi to come over to his home to, help his sick mother, presumably to find out what was wrong with her and give her some medication. And nurses, as humanitarian as they are, hurriedly packed up her little bag and left home. Despite the fact that she was pregnant, but she was willing to help another woman who was sick. Little did she know that that was the last time she was going to be seen or heard from by her family members. When they got to Chimili's house, unfortunately for her, she was being ambushed by Chimili. And later on, she was being dismembered, and particular parts of her body were being taken to a native doctor who was meant to use them for rituals. After this, Chimili discarded or disposed her body in a pit nearby his home. So the nurse's family waited for her for quite some time and they didn't see her. They decided to go over to Chimili's home to look for their relative. When they got there, Chimili was not there. However, they met his girlfriend. And the girlfriend tried to, close them up by saying that, oh, she didn't see her or presumably she has gone back home. But this family insisted that their daughter told them that she was coming over to Chimili's house. That was when they decided to look around. And unfortunately for them, they saw Mrs. Ngozi's body in a pit. They screamed so loud and tried to take her out of that pit. When they examined her body, they noticed that her vital organs have been harvested. And so the family immediately took the case to the police. The police came to Chimili's house, arrested his girlfriend since Chimili was nowhere to be found, and they put her in police custody. So right now I'm going to put the interview of Chimili's girlfriend where she was exposing Chimili being involved in the selling of human parts. So practically this interview is in, Igbo language, but I will later translate to you guys what she's talking about.
No.
Welcome back, guys. So Chimili's girlfriend was simply saying that Chimili is involved in the selling of human parts, but she is not involved in this business. She went further to say that in this particular killing of the nurse, there are 6 people involved. As you all know, in this game of buying and selling of human parts, there are many people involved. Definitely Chimili was the supplier, and they have a middleman, the native doctor who's gonna put the human parts into use, as well as the person who is coming to buy it. So there are a lot of people involved. She also said that She also said that she was not at home on that particular day when this act was being conducted. But guys, this is so impossible to believe. If you are dating a man who is a murderer and you are not involved in it, first of all, this man will be scared that you're going to be a sellout and would not either continue dating you unless you are involved. Secondly, it is practically impossible for this lady to say that she has never taken part in this business. If she's always around her boyfriend, definitely there would have been situation whereby she helped him to dismember this body or to go and supply them. Or she would always sit by the door to alert them if somebody is coming. So it's practically impossible. If your husband is a thief, definitely you are a thief. If your husband is a murderer, in most cases, I mean like hardened criminals, it means you are also in. I just believe because she has been caught, she's looking for a means to get off the police net. However, she was the one they met in that house immediately after Chimili did this, horrific act. And I do not think the police will let her go until they get a hold on Chimili. So right now, Chimili has absconded, and up till now, he hasn't been caught. Now, I want to give a little tip. If someone meets you, especially going to people's home, I'm not in support of that. If someone is not your relative or your close friend, even your friends, before you leave the house, you should always try to inform your family. Imagine if this nurse didn't inform her family that she was going to Chimili's place, then it would have taken them forever to find out that she was murdered by Chimili. As a matter of fact, I don't think that's the first murder case Chimili has ever performed. I believe he has been into this business for a very long time. However, it was difficult for other people to identify or to know that he is involved in this business because maybe they were not aware that their relatives went over to his place, or in some other cases, I'm sure they kidnapped him. So, another tip is that when someone wants to go out with you, or, you know, or asks you out, in front of that person, make a phone call to either your husband, your mother, your children, your relatives, place a phone call over to them in the presence of that person, telling them that, okay, if you people are looking for me, I'm going to so and so place
with so and so person. And when you make that phone call in front of the person you are going out with, they're going to be scared to carry out their act, right? For instance, if the nurse made this phone call in front of Chimili, he wouldn't have killed her because he would know that the nurse's family will come after him in case anything goes wrong. So, guys, that is the tip I use. It doesn't really matter who it is. If somebody is taking me out, I automatically place a phone call in front of that person to alert my family. Okay? It's not like I have anything against them, but these days we need to be safe. Also, however, in the case of the nurse, she sent a message to her relatives privately. That is why Chimili was not scared to carry out his evil intention. My condolences goes out to her family, especially her husband. And I really feel sorry for the poor child who had to be born. Unfortunately, she didn't get the opportunity to see this world. I hope everyone can learn from these videos. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do me a favor, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. So right now Chimili has not been found, but his girlfriend is in police custody. And guys, I'm gonna come back with updates if he's been found and his accomplices as well. Until then, see you on my next video. Bye bye.